Welcome to Shamba Shape-Up.
We have traveled all over East Africa to find hard-working farmers
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need.
so they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We meet families and enter their kitchens to explore how to cook in cleaner, faster, cheaper ways, while at the same time increasing family nutrition.
We will see how farmers from across the region can benefit from our experts' advice.
While also learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experience as they shape up their shambas.
On the Shamba Shape-Up Safari.
During our visits to many farms across East Africa, the Shamba Shape-Up team have noticed that most farmers are faced with the challenges of changing weather. Some places are becoming very dry, with rains coming too little, too late, or not at all. But what can we do about this?
The Shamba Shape-Up team has seen the many difficulties farmers face. We have also found some very good methods for farmers to use to help them adapt to all changes in the weather and land around them. Planting the right kind of trees can help improve the soil, feed your animals, and stop floods from washing away your shamba. We visit Martin in Kisumu to learn more.
Martin, you explained to me that you're having a problem with your crops here, especially due to climate change. And I got for you an expert, Mr. Miner here, who is going to advise you and other farmers who are farming in such areas what they can do and how they can make profit from farming and how to adapt to climate change. Mr. Miner, these are a farmer. What can he do?
Climate change is here with us. It's a fact. And there are two things you can do about it. One is that you can help us stop further climate change by doing mitigation efforts, like tree planting. Or you can also do adaptation activities to find ways of living with the change. As far as adaptation processes are concerned, you can plant crops that are fast maturing so that they can grow within the short rainfall season, and that are high value so that they can get you even better money or better income from the market.
What are the benefits as farmers can we get later on?
Generally, you'll be able to get shade, you'll be able to get weed control or pepper. You'll also be able to get the wood itself after some time when the trees mature, both for firewood, both including construction timber. Depending on what trees you grow, the trees will also be able to do what we call nutrient recycling. And what I mean here is that when you have a farm like this and it rains, the nutrients reach beyond the roots of the common crop. But if you plant the trees, because of the fact that the trees have roots that run deeper, they'll be able to pick the nutrients, use them, and then bring it back onto the farm for usage through leaf fall. So that we call nutrient recycling. But beyond that, you are also creating a natural pension scheme for yourself, because then the trees you plant today, you'll be able to harvest from in future.
Trees not only help improve soil fertility, they can help stop erosion. Climate change might mean more flooding, causing erosion in hilly areas. Lucy and James in Embu find out how trees can help stop this problem.
James, Esther, what do you have here?
We have avocado trees.
Avocado trees.
Yeah, these avocado trees, James, are good for soil conservation and further to stabilize your soil.
On slopes that are not so steep, you can make bench terraces. But on slopes that are really steep, like James's, you should plant trees to help stop soil erosion.
You can plant timber trees, traditional trees, but in this case, I would recommend fruit trees, whereby you get fruits for family consumption and surplus could be for sale. You can even get firewood from the same fruit trees. In this case, the fruit trees we are holding here is the variety of arch, because it grows upwards, whereby we are going to use lesser spacing, and in that case, we further stabilize the soils.
So I don't have to cut terraces, I just have to plant the trees.
Yes, You don't have to make terraces because you further destabilize your soils.
So what you recommend is planting of trees on a slope past 55 degrees.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So James, you are happy to plant the avocado trees?
Very much happy.
I know they are very, very useful. Not only stopping the soil, but you're able to get some fruits and maybe sell some to the market and some to eat.
It sounds good.
Holes must be dug that are 2 feet wide and 2 feet deep. Mix manure with the topsoil. Add 20 grams or 2 bottle caps of fertilizer such as DAP. Mix well and return the soil mixture to the hole. Plant the tree in the middle. Water well.
Farming methods like this can help you make it through hard times caused by uncertain weather. Another important farming method to help with climate change adaptation is efficient water distribution. We visit Alex and Irene, also in Embu, to learn more.
This is a Shamba of Alex and Irene.
With unpredictable rains, adaptation to climate change has never been more important. A key issue is managing water.
At the bottom of the Shamba is a seasonal stream and a well. Carol, I can see you already here,
Yes, Tony, I am.
looking at this beautiful well.
So I see you have a very good well, lots of water. And how do you get your water from the well? Have you used a pump before?
We have used a pump before, an electric pump, which breaks down very often, and it's not economical to run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we actually draw water from this well by hand, manually, all the way to the farmhouse and the cows.
Now I have a solution for you, which is a pump that you will be guaranteed that it will not break down. You have a 1-year guarantee. It is manually operated. And we just draw the water from here up to the livestock place and also the kitchen garden. And how deep is your well?
25 feet.
That is good for the pump. So you will be able to now get your water easily from the well to wherever you want it to go in the farm.
So that's the pump, Alex. What do you think of it?
Well, that's a great pump. How does it work?
It is manually operated. We will have one pipe go in and another long pipe go up to the farm. And for us to have that, I think, Tony, we need a water tower.
Okay.
Yeah, so that we can put up the tank so that once he pumps the water, take it up to the tank, and then he can use it even for the domestic purposes.
So you need a water tower and a tank. So using the pump is what, pedaling it?
It's pedaling. You pedal like a bicycle.
So now you can teach us how to assemble the pump. Caro shows us how easy it is to set up the moneymaker pump. A small net cage is at one end of the hose that goes into the well. This will stop debris like insects and leaves blocking it up. There is no need for oil or grease. Alex seems to be getting the hang of it. And I'm seeing the results on the other end. The team is quickly building a tower for the tank. A hose will connect the pump to the tower. Meanwhile, I help put the water tank on the tower and connect the hose. When the water is pumped from the well to the tank, the vegetables can be easily irrigated, grow well, and be a good money-making project. With the changing weather, farmers need to make their farms stronger so that they can survive the hard times. This is called climate smart. And our expert John from CAT is here to tell us how to do that. John, how can farmers be climate smart and be able to adapt to climate change?
A farmer can adapt to this changing climate through conservation agriculture. We are encouraging farmers to go in for crop rotation, like soybean, which has a lot of foliage. When it is dry, the farmer will only just cut out the seeds and leave all the other litter in the farm. After really harvesting, all that crop residues should be left on the farm. And also we are encouraging farmers to go in for agroforestry trees like Kaliandra. He will feed it for livestock, but use it also as a soil improvement, and it will assist the crop to get the nutrients from the soil. Another option is like a farmer who is practicing, who has livestock, he can use farmyard manure. And farmyard manure has micronutrients, has also nitrogen. It might not be high quantities, But at least depending on the quality of the farmyard manure he has, he can use that as a resource.
Which kind of manure we can use in order to improve our soil?
The farmyard manure, you can use it from all. It might be cow manure, goat manure, get it even from the chicken. But the problem is we don't have enough. So whatever little you have, put it just on the farm. Even compost, if you have, put it on the farm.
To make good manure for your shamba, collect all the farmyard manure from your animals once a week. Put the manure in a shaded place and allow it to rot. Turn the manure every month. Add fresh manure to one end of the pile so you can start using the manure from the other end. Young farmers are our future. They are the ones who can use digital tools and farm as a business. Budgeting, checking the weather, and value addition. Now, that's what I'm talking about. With all the land we have in Kenya, why not let the younger generation farm some of it? Stay with us as we visit two young men, keen and hard-working farmers, right here after the break.
Welcome to the Shamba Shape-Up Farming News for Kenya. In the coming week, we expect a little rain across most parts of Kenya. The whole country is expected to have rains of less than 25 millimeters. However, a few places may receive up to 50 millimeters of rain. Northern, northeastern, and lower eastern Kenya have little rain of less than 5 millimeters. This includes Turkana, Marsabit, Isiolo, Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, and Tana River. But the lower parts of Garissa, Tana River, and Taita Taveta may have up to 25 millimeters of rain. The coastal region also will have a little rain of between 15 and 50 millimeters. This includes Lamu, Kilifi, Mombasa, and Kwale. The majority of central Kenya and neighboring counties, including Tharaka Nithi, Embu, Kirinyaga, Laikipia, Meru, and Nyeri, expect a little rain of less than 15 millimeters. The same goes for Nairobi, Kiambu, Machakos, and Kajiado. Central Rift and South Rift Valley, Trans Nzoia, Uasin Gishu, Nakuru, Narok, Kericho, and Bomet expect rains of between 5 to 25 millimeters. Western and Nyanza regions, Bungoma, Kakamega, Kisii, and Nyamira expect rains of up to 50 millimeters. Counties of Siaya, Vihiga, Kisumu, Homa Bay, and Migori will have rains of up to 25 millimeters. Tips of the week. Chickens lay fewer eggs during cold season, but with more feed, you may get the same production. A lot of respiratory diseases like CRD will attack your chickens, so stop cold wind blowing into your chicken house by using good curtains. Also, a lot of energy foods are needed now, so millet, sorghum, and maize porridge would be good for young children. For more tips, get in touch with iShamba on 0711 082 606. See you next week on the Shamba Shape-Up Farming News.
Young people do not see farming as glamorous. For them, a farmer is like their parents or their grandparents who toil hard but get little.
But that is changing now. Young people are tapping into farming as a source of income and improving their lives.
Boniface and his family have been farming for the last 20 years in Kanju area in Kirinyaga County.
Boniface has allowed his son Paul to take over the farming activities on their farm. It's good to see a young man so keen to be a good farmer. Working hard together, they grow maize, sugarcane, mangoes, and bananas.
Their youngest son Paul, who is just 19, has finished high school and is very keen to pick up farming.
So I went to talk to Mzee Boniface to find out why he decided to allow Paul to farm on his land, which we think is an excellent idea. Mr. Boniface, many parents find it very hard to give a piece of their land to their sons or daughters to farm or to do their agriculture in. Why are you different? Why have you allowed your sons to start farming in your land?
I have done this after I saw Paul through school, and when he finished, he had nothing to do but idle around with me. He could not get employment, so I thought it wise to give him some land where he can farm. And then I saw his determination. He's a very hard-working boy. When he harvested and got some money, he shared it with me, and I was able to pay school fees for his siblings.
So what he gets from the Shamba, he gives to you, and you're able to use that money to pay school, like for instance, school fees? Mm-hmm. When did you notice the interest that he has in farming?
Well, I saw this just when he started farming. He started small, but I saw his determination. He started small, but soon it started to grow.
Ah, so you're seeing a very bright future for him in farming.
And even if he is not employed, I am sure he is going to be a great farmer.
And there you have it. Boniface says that Paul is very hardworking, and every time he works on the Shamba and gets some money, he usually helps in the family by paying school fees and other such things. This is very encouraging. And as he said, he sees a bright future in Paul. He sees a very hardworking man who will be self-employed, and he thinks that his Shamba will be in safe hands in the future. Well done, Boniface. And now we travel back in time to Jeremiah's family farm in Kikuyu. This 4-acre Shamba, tucked away in the Undiri Valley near Kikuyu, is run by 26-year-old Jeremiah.
He lives here with his grandfather who, with his wife, brought up Jeremiah from a baby. Jeremiah grows a lot of napier grass.
Napier grass has always been the mainstay of a cow's diet. And to make sure there is always a good and plentiful supply, new planting methods need to be implemented. John Mwangi gives him the benefit of his expertise.
Jeremiah, I've seen the way you planted your napier. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look good to feed to those cows that you are with. Eh? Yeah. You need to plant it using the new method. Mm-hmm. That is the Tubukiza method. Yeah. That is going to give you high yield, and it's very easy to plant. Yeah.
Dig a hole 2 feet wide and 2 feet deep. Mix the fertilizer, manure, and topsoil.
Our hole requires 5 to 10 cuttings of our napier grass for the shooting.
Plant the napier sticks at least 2 nodes below the surface and at least 1 node above the ground. The yield from this method is 2 to 3 times greater than the conventional method.
This napier grass can be used to make silage. This will ensure that you have food for your animals during the long dry seasons, an important way to adapt to changing weather patterns.
Irene tells me they struggle in times of drought for fodder for the cows. But making silage is a solution. It's a way of keeping fodder, especially napier grass, when you have a lot of it during the dry season. Then you can feed the cow and keep your milk yields high and earn more. John Kangara is showing us how to make it. It's not hard. Take your plastic silage tube, gather one end and tie together tightly with a string. Turn the tube around to open the other end and fold over half the tube to access the inside. Next, mix 1 part molasses with 3 parts water and mix well. Add chopped material into the tube. Sprinkle the molasses mixture over the chopped material. Mix well and then pack down by trending on it. Repeat this process until the tube is full. Push out any excess air and tie the end with a string. If it's airtight and stored correctly, it will last for around 2 years.
Proper nutrition is very important. Children who are well nourished tend to be productive, healthy, stronger, and learn well in school. I called Julia, a nutrition expert with real impact, to have a look at the family land and see what advice she could give us and help us to improve what they eat. Yeah, Julia, we've been walking around the farm. So what advice do you have for our farmers?
Manjambura, as we have walked around your Shamba, I've seen you have bananas and cassava. These crops are not enough to boost or to make a complete nutrition for your family. That's why I've come up with a new crops that you can grow to make your nutrition complete. Here I've come with the orange sweet potato that has vitamin A. It has a lot of caroline. We can use it to make chapati, juice. You can also eat it raw. Beetroot is known for the capability of reducing high blood pressure and also adding blood to your body. Also, I've come with other vegetables that I've not seen in the Shamba. Sukuma wiki has vitamin. You see that is very essential in our bodies. We have spinach here that has a lot of iron. Mothers or women lose a lot of blood, maybe during birth, maybe during menstruation periods, but when you take this, your body is repaired. This is moringa. Moringa is a unique plant because it has so many minerals, it has proteins, it has calcium, and it is in different states. You can use the leaves when they are like this, when they are green. You can dry them and get powder, and you can be using this powder in different food that you make.
If your water source is not very clean, you can purify your water using moringa seeds. Boil the water, then make a powder by crushing the moringa seeds in a bowl. Add them into your water and then let it cool for 30 minutes. Strain the water to remove the seeds. Now, could you teach us how to cook this?
Sure, because different vegetables here are cooked in different ways in order to maintain the nutrition value, because even overcooking kills what is in the vegetables.
Julia showed us how to make a nutritious meal using the ingredients she knows the family can grow on this farm. It is important to make each meal well balanced with some vegetables for taste and vitamins. Some starch like cassava and matoke for energy, and finally, some fresh, colorful vegetables on top, like carrot and beetroot for minerals and vitamins. Remember, do not cook vegetables for very long. Overcooking kills the vitamins in the vegetables, so they are not healthy anymore. The only thing this meal is missing now is some protein. We better see about those chickens.
After all advice that I've seen from our experts here, I can see that after 5 years to come, I can be a better farmer who can produce a lot of food and they transport them not only in our family but even to the county.
Well, we hope all this was useful. Join us next week as we shape up more Shambas right here on Shamba Shape Up.